Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is it smart to pay off your mortgage with home equity line of credit? A lot of video is going on about paying off your mortgage early with home equity line of credit, and some of the people are confused and don't really get what they meant about paying off your mortgage with home equity line of credit. Today I'm going to be explaining how to pay off your mortgage using home equity line of credit, whether it's beneficial to you or not. This can be beneficial to you. It can also be headache depending on the situation that you're in. So I'm going to be giving you my general advice, and then you out there will make your decision whether you want to pay off your mortgage with home equity line of credit or not. So yeah, let's get into it. Home equity line of credit is taking a loan against your equity in your house. So for example, in 2014 you got a house for 200K. So let's draw this cute house right here. So 2014 you borrow money from a financial institution to get a mortgage for a house, 200K. So we are in 2019. 2019 you owe. So in 2019 you owe 170K on the house. You decide to check the value of your house, and then the value of your house value in 2019 is 350K. So that means you have equity in your home right now. You just owe 170. Your house worth 350K right now. So you do have money in the house, but it's not liquid. So this is where the financial institution comes in. They will try and help you liquefy the equity you have in there, and then put their name on your mortgage title as a lien holder in the house. So let's say you decide to tap into your equity in the house. What these financial institutions do, usually they do up to 80%. They leave 20% cushion just in case something happens. They are able to get back their money. You have to find out with your financial institution what they do, but with what I've seen and what I've experienced, yeah, they go with 80%. With 80%, your interest rate will be the same. If you want to tap more than 80%, they can do that, but they will have to add extra interest on your rate. So this is how they do it. 350K times 0.8, we are looking at 280. And then they will go ahead and take your first, which is how much you owe on the house, from that. So taking 170 out from 280, then they can lend you, or they can have you borrow 110,000. You can tap that much from your house in a form of HELOC, home equity line of credit. Yes. So yeah, a lot of people are saying, hey, it is smart for you to pay your mortgage with home equity line of credit. People really don't understand. There's a pro and cons on doing so. Well, I'm gonna go into details how this can help you, or this is a or how this can be a bad idea. So taking the same example that I said earlier on, now we know we can tap 110K HELOC. You owe 170K on your house right now. Advantage of home equity loan: home equity, which is HELOC, uses simple interest, whereas mortgage uses compound interest. Home equity line of credit is a revolving credit. So if you decide to take 110K from your equity, they will be using simple interest. Going to be calculated. If you get 0.5%, so let's say you took home equity loan for a 5% interest rate, so your interest is calculated daily, and it's based on how much you owe at that time. Whereas mortgage is compound interest. So this interest that they're charging you, if you have a 30-year mortgage, is being compounded. Have you taken a look at your bank statement or your mortgage statement? On a 200,000 house and your mortgage payment is like $1,200 a month. Each time you make a payment on your mortgage, if you take a look at your mortgage statement, you will see that just $400 goes towards principal, and then the $800 goes towards interest. The bank take more interest. For the first 10 to 15 years, you will be paying the bank more in interest. Yeah, they want to get their interest up front. I don't know why, but it's amortization. So they get more interest for the first 10 years. For the first 10 years to 15 years, you will be paying more to the bank. And just a little bit will be going towards your principal. If you have home equity loan, is the other way around. 800, the same 800 will go to your principal, and then 400 will go to interest. So looking at just this simple one, you see more go towards your principal when you have the home equity line, and less goes to the bank. If you have a mortgage, more goes to the bank and less goes towards your principal, because they're using amortization or compound interest for this, and this is simple interest. And your mortgage payment will be the same for the first 10 years. You will pay the same amount of money. If you're doing home equity, each time you make a payment and it reduces your principal, your payment will be going down, because it's being calculated daily, and it's based on how much you owe. The bank calculate your payment for your mortgage, spread it out for the whole 30 years. The first 10 years you will be paying them more interest no matter what, and your mortgage payment will be the same for the first 10 years. Whereas home equity line, your payment will reduce as long as you're paying, as long as your principal is going down, your payment will reduce each time. So your first payment, you make the same 1,200, 800 went towards principal, and then 400 went into interest. Your next payment, next month, mortgage will be the same 1,200, and it will be the same thing over here. When it comes here, it will be roughly about 1150. It will roughly be about 1150, and that about 900 will goes to your principal, and then 250 will goes into interest. That's just a scenario. Yeah, so it keeps going down each time you pay down your principal. But with mortgage, it's not going to be like that for the first 10 years. You will be paying the same exact amount. So people are saying, is it smart to take home equity line of credit to pay down your mortgage? In my opinion, I will say yes, and at the same time, no. Why am I saying yes and no and not making the decision? Well, it all depends on you out there. I'm going to be explaining why I'm saying yes and at the same time, no. Even though home equity line of credit is being calculated on your daily balances and it uses simple interest, you pay more towards your principal and then less interest to the bank. Comparing to mortgage, you pay more interest to the bank and less towards your principal for the next 10 years before you can start seeing a lot of changes in your principal balance. It all depends on you and how much income you are earning. My advice, I will tell you to use home equity line of credit to pay off your mortgage if you know very well that the equity in your house can pay your mortgage down to zero. Why am I saying that? If you take a line of credit, you will have to make a monthly payment on this home equity line. At the same time, if it doesn't pay off your mortgage, you will still have to make payment on your mortgage. So if you are still doing the same job that you were doing when you got the mortgage loan, then I will advise wait till you have enough money in your equity to tap in to pay down your mortgage to zero. Then you will only have to make one payment monthly. That's a smart decision. If you're still doing the same job, your income is the same. Remember, they gave you the mortgage based on your income, and they know you will be able to afford that. That's why they gave you that. So tapping in your equity, you will have another expenses to take care of, and you are earning the same amount of money. So it doesn't make sense to be having two mortgage payment. Yeah, home equity line of credit is a mortgage too. So it's a mortgage payment. It is not a smart decision doing that. You will probably fumble and then might lose your house. But it is smart if, example, when you got the house, the previous example that I gave, the house cost 200K, now you owe 70. You used to work at, let's say, Walmart, and you were earning 1,500. That's why you got qualified for that 200,000 mortgage loan. Now you have advanced in your education. You've got a degree. They have promoted you to be one of the accountant, or they have promoted you to be part of the executive directors, or well, you find a career, maybe in nursing. You are now a lawyer, you're a doctor, whatever. Or well, even if you never got a degree, you found a great job that pays you twice of what you were making when you got the loan. Then now you have double or triple income. So you have a stable income to use home equity to pay down your mortgage, right? Yeah. So if you have a stable income, let's say you got a good career, so now you're earning 2 times. Yeah, let's do 2 times. So you're earning 3,000 monthly. Your mortgage is 1,200, right? Yeah. So if you tap in your equity to pay down your mortgage, when we did the calculation, you will be able to qualify for 110K. You only owe 170. So you take this 110, pay down the 70. Now you only owe 60K. You only owe 60K on your mortgage. Fine. You have this line. You have a very good income now, so you can make a double payment, right? So monthly, what you would do is every month have your employer deposit your paycheck into your home equity line. So your home equity line, when the banks loan you that line, they will give you checks. Some even issue debit card. You can use it as a checking account. Well, it's a revolving line. When you pay down, the money becomes available for you to use. That's one good thing about home equity line. Whereas mortgage, when you pay it down, still the money is in the house, but it's not liquid, you know. So you put your entire 3,000 into your home equity line. Remember, interests are calculated daily average balance. So when you dump that 3,000 in there, when you're calculating the interest, you will only be owing them 107. So they will calculate interest on just 107, and then you wait till your bills come, and then you will start writing check out from your home equity to make your mortgage payment. So yeah, put 1,200 here. You do your groceries out from here. You pay your bills up from here, etc. Yeah, if you're doing this, well, you're gonna be paying down, you're gonna be paying less interest on your mortgage. In fact, you're paying less interest on the whole thing. So if you're in this situation, I would say, well, go ahead and go for home equity line of credit to pay down your mortgage. Well, if you even wait a year or two, the value of your house might go up, and then you can be able to even tap more to pay this down, to pay your mortgage down to zero at that side, so you don't have to make two payments. So it all depends on you. Are you patient enough to wait till your equity is enough to pay the bank or the financial institution that finance your mortgage down to zero with home equity line? Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm saying yes and at the same time no. Well, lastly, if you are still working at the same place that you were when you got your mortgage, there hasn't been a lot of improvement when it comes to your earnings, then my advice, be patient. Yeah, be patient, and then wait till you have enough equity to borrow out to pay down your entire mortgage. So if you wait, let's say with the same scenario that I gave earlier on, so it's been just 5 years and now you have equity of 350. If you wait the next 2-3 years, you will have about 420k. Your house will worth about 420k, just for example. So yeah, if you wait extra 2 or 3 years, you can get 420k, and then you will do that 80% off out of this, and at that time that 170 will probably not be 170. It wouldn't go down much, but at least it will probably fall within 165, and then you get more. I'm pretty sure you're probably gonna get enough to pay down this 165 that you owe on the mortgage, and then that will be clear of, you have no mortgage to pay at all, and then you will just focus on paying down your line of credit instead, which allows you to pay as much as you want. Well, you can pay more towards the principal, and you know very well that the part that goes towards interest is not much as compared to doing that on a mortgage. So it is smart. If you're earning more and you have a stable job and a stable income, and you will be able to afford making 2 payments in a month. If not, wait enough to be able to tap into your equity, enough money to pay down your mortgage, wipe it down to zero, and then you will only have 1 payment to make in a month. Thank you so much for watching me, and I hope my explanation does clear out why people are telling you to use home equity line of credit to pay down your mortgage. Why it's smart to do that. Bye, and I hope this make you make the right decision. I love you guys. Bye.